I greet you in Jesus' precious name and welcome to the program. I've got a scripture verse I want to share with you. And this scripture verse I know off by heart because it's one of my favorite scriptures. And it comes from the book of Psalms, Psalm 62 and verse 5. My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation comes from Him and from Him alone. Isn't that beautiful? Now, who are you expecting to show you the way in your life at this moment? Are you taking advice from every Tom, Dick, and Harry that happens to be walking down the road? That's why you're so confused. You need to hear straight from the Lord. And yes, get confirmation by all means, by people that are mentoring you, people that have walked with Jesus for longer than what you have, by all means. But your word comes from the Lord. Don't be lazy. Don't ask somebody else to pray for you and bring you a word. Go to the word, and God will be your expectation, and He will not let you down. He will not fail you. He's never failed me in 46 years. But you say to me, you're not hearing from God. Well, I read something which I really thought was very special. And the writer said, well, it's not because God is dumb, but it's because we are deaf. That's why we're not hearing. So what do? Well, we need to stop talking so much. Now, this message, as you can imagine, is directed at me more than you. Just ask my wife, Jill. She'll tell you, I never stop talking. Now, we can have a laugh about that, but on a serious note, if you're talking, you're not listening. You can't do the both. You're either talking or you're listening. You can't talk and listen. No, you can't. So we need to stop talking so much, and we need to start listening to when the Lord speaks to us. This man actually said, we actually have to even stop praying sometimes in order to listen. Now, I love prayer, you know that. Prayer. I'm a prayer warrior. I'm not an intercessor. We've got 3,000 intercessors that are praying for this ministry around the clock. I highly regard intercessors. In fact, Jesus is doing that very thing in heaven today. He's an intercessor. But this man says that we must stop praying sometimes in order to listen. Sometimes even stop thinking. Stop thinking. Just sit quietly. Go and find a quiet place and sit. Don't think. And God will then start to speak to you. All we've got to do is simply to be receptive. Just open our heart, open our mind, sit down and say, Lord, I'm not moving now. I'm going to sit here. Try it. By the way, listening and sitting is also a verb. It's a doing word. It's not a noun like this trailer. No, it's an active word. Actively doing nothing. And I'm not being silly by saying that. And then the Lord will start to speak to you. My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation comes from Him alone. I really want to say to you today, when God brings you a clear word, He's been speaking to me just recently. I've had a wonderful time. But you see, I've taken a whole year off. I'm not preaching on any platform. He told me to go home. He said, I want to see you in solitude by yourself, and I want to see you in silence, no talking. And I want to tell you, it's taken me a long time. We're already a third into the year, and now He's starting to speak to me. Jesus bless you as you wait on God. Goodbye.